not careful, you look up one day and you will wonder what happened. Where did time go? I want to talk about today, this may be my last time. It was Benjamin Mays who said, I have only a minute. 60 seconds are in it. It was forced upon me to use it. I did not seek it. I did not choose it. I must give an account if I abuse it. I can't afford to lose it. It is only a minute, but my eternity is in it. Time. Do you know the value of time? The common gift that God has given to every human is time. All the humans have one thing in common. We all have the same amount each day. God gives us the same amount of time. 24 hours a day consist of 86,400 seconds. Imagine somebody giving you $86,400 every day at the beginning of each day at 12 midnight. Someone handing you $86,400 and they tell you, you have the opportunity to use this, you have the opportunity to invest this, you have the opportunity to make wise choices with this. But if you do not use it at the end of 24 hours, you're going to lose $86,400. In like manner, we get 86,400 seconds every day. What do you do with your time? This is a common gift. You may not be rich like Warren Buffett or Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. You may not have the money like Jay-Z and Oprah Winfrey. You may not have the luxuries of life like the king of Persia. But God has given the vagabond, the man who sleeps up under a bridge, the same amount of time that he has given the king of Persia. What are you doing with your time? I want to look at the common power of time. What you are and what you become will depend on how you use your time. Now, time can't be stopped, but humans can control how they use and how they manage their time. The advantage of a new year, the purpose of a new year, the definition of it is the passing of time. It is an opportunity for you to redefine your priorities, your purpose, your life vision, to reestablish your life's worthwhile goals. Do you have goals? Do you have a vision? Do you have a purpose? What are your priorities? If you cannot answer either of these questions, then it suggests that you're wasting your time. A new year is an opportunity for you to bury the past and move into a new future. And if you do not bury your past, you will bring ghosts of the old year into your new year. You'll find yourself this year acting like, living like, hanging around the same people that you hung around, and you will be doing the same thing that you did last year. The advantage of a new year is the passing of time. Time has principles. The principles of time. Life is time. Life is defined by time. Life is measured in time. It is determined by time. It is lived out in time. It is qualified by time. The passing of time is the passing of life. Life stops when time stops. The definition of death is time taking life from this earth. Death is life leaving time. Death is life crossing over into eternity. I'm talking about time. What is time? Time is an interruption in eternity, a small measure of eternity, a piece of eternity, a slice of forever. Time is the limited period during which an action or process exists and takes place. Time is measurement of space. Time is the passing of existence. I'm talking about time. Do you not know that we came from eternity into time? Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 10 through 12. And he has also set eternity in the hearts of men, yet they cannot fathom. When was time created? Creation of time is found in Genesis chapter 1, verse 14 through 15. And let them serve as the months, seasons, and days, and nights, and years. God put time here so that it could mark the seasons, the days, the hours. I'm talking about time. What is the purpose of time? To take you out of eternity, to protect you from forever, to measure the existence of life, to define life, to measure the quality of life, to account for your life, to define the distance between your beginning and ending. Time also have limitations. Job chapter 14, verse 1 through 7. Thou hast set a limit on the life of man that he cannot exceed. Man is a hired servant. There is a limit on your life. So now that we know that there is a limit on our life. You should do all you can to maximize your days. According to Psalms 39 verse 4, Psalms 90 verse 12, Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 6, the psalmist asked the question, Lord, teach me to number my days. I'm talking about time. How do we measure time? We measure time in seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, decades, centuries, and millenniums. We measure time with today, tomorrow, and yesterday. We measure time in 24 hours. We measure time with days, hours, minutes, and seconds. I'm talking about time. The equality and the commodity of time is worth investigating. Equal time is given to all humans every day. And it is up to us how we spend this precious commodity. Time is the currency of life. Every human is given the same each day. And like the currency, like money, you must watch how you spend it. You use time to buy life. And you become what you spend time buying. Because you spend time practicing, you are a musician. Because you spend time in college, you are now the educator. Because you spend time training, you are now a mechanic. Because you spent time as an apprentice, you are now a carpenter. Because I spent time studying. This is why I'm a preacher. Whatever you spend your time and invest your time in, that you will become. If you spend your time hanging around folk doing drugs, sitting around doing nothing, going to parties every day, every weekend, you spend time just lounging around, if you spend your time hanging with people who are in and out of jail, who are comfortable with that environment, however you invest your time, eventually you will become that. Time can be abused. The definition of abusing time, we call it wasting time. Like money, time can be stolen. It can be squandered. Time can be appreciated or depreciated. Time can be devalued or revalued. Who you run with, who you hang around, can devalue your time. How you live, how you conduct yourself can devalue your time. If you are an eagle, why are you hanging around with chickens and buzzards? You need to stop devaluing your time. Do not allow people to devalue your time. we can become victims of time. You can never stop, control, resist, compromise with time. You cannot repossess, nor can you buy more time. You cannot slow time down, nor can you speed time up. When you plant a seed, you cannot tell that seed, be a plant tomorrow, be a flower tomorrow, be a tree tomorrow. Some things take time. You cannot speed up time. Measuring life in time. We need to learn how to measure our lives with time. According to Psalms number 90, verse 10, the length of our days are 70 years. God says, if you live to be 80, those days would be of hardship. So now you don't need to ask yourself, how close are you to 70? If you are 65, you got about 5 more years. If you are 69, what are you going to do with 1 more year? If you are over 70, you ain't overtime. And you ought to spend these moments, these seconds, these hours, the days, months that you have. You ought to live with appreciation, measuring your time. Use your 86,400 seconds wisely. Use your 86,400 seconds to love people. Time should not be used irreverently. Time should not be played with. Time should not be squandered. Time should not be treated as if it is unimportant. And here the writer says, all of us at one time or another have wasted time. But the good thing is, though time cannot be replaced, it is possible for time to be redeemed. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 14 through 18, particularly verse 16, talks about we can redeem the time because the days are evil. Now that word, redeem, means to own. To redeem means to re-own, re-control, reclaim, to convert into value, to deliver on a commitment, to take ownership and control of what time you have left. Now, how do we redeem the time? Time, like all commodities, must be managed. Time must be protected. Time must have focus. Time must have purpose. Time must have vision. Time must have value. Make sure that they have purpose. Make sure that they have a vision. Because without a vision, the people will perish. Now, there are 10 keys to redeeming time. To redeem time, you must have a documented measure. It must have a planning. It must establish your priorities. You must pursue your passion. You must protect, plan your priorities. You must identify what is important to you. Make decisions based on your destiny. Do inventory of your associations. Review your investments. Remember, you cannot please everyone. Oh, brothers and sisters, how do you spend your time? And who do you give your time to? How sad it is that so many times we give our time to people who do not appreciate time. We give our time to individuals who do not know the true value of time. How sad it is that we give our time to everything and everyone else. But I suggest to you today, how much time do you give to the timekeeper? How much time do you give to the Lord? How much time do you give to the one that woke you up this morning and started you on your way? How much time do you give to the one that keep the blood running warm in your vein? How much time do you give to the one that keep your heart beating a steady beat? How much time do you give to the one that loved you when you did not love yourself? How much time do you give to the one that took a old rugged cross and went on to Calvary? And on Calvary, he hung, bled, and died. How much time do you give to the one that have your next breath in his hand? preach the last time you hear me sing, the last time you hear me pray. Oh, it may be my last time. Yeah, I'm old school, and I don't mind, yeah, being old school. And they had an old school song that said, time is filled with swift transitions, none on earth unmoved can stand. Build your hope on things eternal and hold on to God's unchanging hand. Oh Lord, time, thank you Lord, it may be my last time. Oh, time, thank you Lord for one more time. Oh, thank you for one more time. Oh, thank you for one more time. You woke me up this morning. You started me on my way. Oh, thank you for one more time. Yeah. Thank you, Lord. Oh, thank you for one more time. Thank you for one more time. It may be my last time. If I don't wake up in the morning, yeah.